Hello and welcome to the winter semester of 2022. My name is Brian Sorial, and I think that you've already watched my first two movies. If you haven't, I will show you which ones I want you to watch, and I am sending you an email before the start of this semester to get to know me a little bit, but I want to get right into this because I have a lot to show you, and it's going to be rather informal. But I want you to use this movie to guide you through how to navigate through this online module called Canvas. And inside the class, which you will see in a minute, you're going to see exactly what you need to do to stay up to date for every week. Okay, and I just want to remind you right now that I have a YouTube channel, Brian Sorial YouTube channel, and I have hundreds and hundreds of movies on there. Why am I saying that? Because some of the assignment files that I'm about to give you were created in Illustrator 2020 or Illustrator 2019, and things may look a little different because I can't possibly update hundreds of movies every semester. So I will try to tell you before the start of every week what is due and what to ignore. In other words, sometimes I say some stuff in a movie like, well, you have to turn this in and you have to turn that in. I want you to pretty much ignore everything I say as far as turning things in, but the content of the movie is still right on the money. And I will show you that I've taken care of what is due every week with a file at the beginning of each weekly module. Okay, let's get into it. I'm really excited to have you in this class. I'm on the Macomb webpage, obviously. Okay, you've been there lots of times. So in order to navigate through this class, you click My Macomb, right? And in My Macomb, you put in your password, you log in, and you get to this page. Over on the left-hand side, there's a Canvas module right there. Can you see it right there? It's the third one down. I'm going to click it. So you go into Canvas, and although I have all of these classes here, on the Monday morning that the class starts, I want you, if your class does not appear here, okay, there's a number down here. And I know it's really tiny. I'll say it out loud, but you don't have to write it down because I'm going to show you that it's in your syllabus. And I'm going to give you your syllabus before the start of class. And I'll show you where the number is in the syllabus. But let's say that your class doesn't show up in the syllabus. In Canvas on Monday. You call this number. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to write it down. It's 877-362-2662, and you tell them that you're registered for the MACA 1200 online class, but it's not showing up. So they'll either get it right up for you and show you how to and put it right here so that in your courses, in your dashboard right here, this is called a dashboard, it shows up. Over here to the left, right below the little clock, is going to be a list of your courses. Now, obviously, I have a lot in there. You won't have many, but your class is the 1200 V1601 2022 winter. So I'm going to go ahead and click that class right now. And I'm going to enter it. And this is what you see at the beginning of the class. It's just an introduction page. Now, I'm going to immediately, because I want you to see how this online module correlates with the syllabus and all the assignments. So there's two things. I want to move this over because I want to download two things and I want to have you see them. Let me move my backup file and this down. I want you to see them download. So I'm going to click this arrow here to download the syllabus. You can do that too, but I've already given it to you. You can also download the assignment list. And that's important because I want that assignment list downloaded. I want you to use that assignment list. I'm even going to highlight it. That is so important for you to watch, to review at the beginning of every week because it tells you exactly what's due. Now, this semester, I've even given a PDF file of all my movie links, and I'll download that too, although it won't show up in this list. Well, yes, it did. It's up on top. So let me first double click the syllabus. and bring it over to this screen. Okay, let me make it a little bit wider so we can get it on the screen and still read it. Okay, so I'm going to go to the page 1. And it might go a little slower because I'm recording. So this is MACA 1200, of course, Adobe Illustrator. You have to have Adobe Illustrator on your computer. Notice I didn't say iPad. You can't run this class efficiently from an iPad. It's a downsized / water size. What's the expression? It's a downsized version of the regular application there, watered down version. I couldn't think for a second. So if you click that, you're going to immediately come up to the student version right here. Let me put this back. The student and teacher version, which is going to be $19 a month. I do not require you to buy any books. So $19 a month, $20 because it's $19.99, is an incredible price in my opinion. And I know money's tight, but it's an incredible price for every Adobe application, including Adobe Illustrator. So you lease the application every month, and it comes with Photoshop, After Effects, InDesign, Dreamweaver, all of them, every one. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Now I'm going to go back to the syllabus and let's just talk. So here's the number I told you about. So it's right there. It's 877-362-2662. Now, if you have a problem Monday morning, call that number, and they'll get the class up and running. So, in the other aspects of this syllabus, these are important. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in, and you can see the important first day of class, last day for refund, Martin Luther King Day, spring break, when is that? The holiday recess, which is only Friday to Sunday. Last day to withdrawal, which I hope you never have any problem there. Okay, I don't want you to have any issue, and I'll discuss that all semester long. Just know, I think you know from my movies that I'm not focused on just grades. Grades mean nothing. Portfolio and content means everything. And you'll see what I'm talking about, especially if you watched my portfolio movie, okay? Brian's portfolio movie. And the winter semester ends on May 7th. So here is a lot of good material that I want you to understand. I would love you to have a backup drive, at least 2 storage hard drives. Don't just rely on one computer to store all your files. What if something happens? It happened to me last year, where somebody actually walked by my computer and spilled coffee on the keyboard. I don't have any liquids by my computer ever. So I had to take it in, and they fried my motherboard. Luckily, Brian backs up to another computer and 3 redundant drives. I use Time Machine. See it up here? I use Time Machine, and I back up. It backs up automatically every single day, most of the time, 2 or 3 times a day. So please don't just rely on one computer to store your files. That's very silly, okay? How would you like, and I've had students lose months and months, sometimes years of work because they didn't back up their files. That's so silly. Down here, on what page am I on? Page 5 is a quick list of assignments. You're going to go through Guide 1. You see Guide 1 right there, all the way down to Guide 10. Now, if you want to know when is that all due, and please remember, please refer to this. If I ask you for 2 files, don't just give me 1. I'll show you what I mean in a few minutes. Okay? So a lot of the assignments have 2 files that I want due. Most of the time it's just coloring the file you already created, okay, in black and white. That's most of the time. But not everyone has 2 files due. I'll show you what I'm talking about, okay? Now let's go to the weekly assignments. So if you want to know what is due for week 1, open this up. This is due for week 1, okay? The actual beginning assignment called Pen and Path, that's not due until week 2, the end of week 2. See right here where it says both Guide 2 Pen and Path files due Sunday of week 2. Now that holds true for every single one of the weeks. Pen and Path, Music Icons, Vintage Logo. Zentangle, which I'll show you, character art, gradient mesh, there's 2 files there, vector poster, infographic, and neon clock. These are really good and possible very creative. I was going to say you have creative freedom. I'll just say you have creative freedom on a lot of these assignments, and students just love having creative freedom. Now, when is week 1? When is week 2? When is week 3? I put that in several places. At the end of this, I put in what the dates are for all the weeks. Refer to that. But I also put it in here. So in your opening homepage, here are the weeks of the semester right there. Okay. Here are the important dates of the semester. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, well, before I get to that, this will be a link to the movie that I'm creating right now. If you want to rewatch it, that's fine. I have, like I said, here's Brian Sorial's introduction movie. So if you want to see it, you can, I just want to explain something. If you click the link here, it opens in Canvas. If you click the little arrow, it opens right in YouTube. So this would be, I'll just play it for a second.
Electronics industry, they're great.
I finally got enough subscribers that I have ads on every single page. And please, let me stop this. Let me skip this ad. And let me just go here. Please subscribe to my channel. It's free. And I'll tell you why that's important. I not only have this for free, and I might as well tell you right now, let me see if I can get here real quick, but let me go to this, and then let me go to this. I just want to get right to my YouTube channel, and here's my YouTube channel right here. Okay, now in my YouTube channel, you can see I have playlists, and in every single playlist down here, there are movies. Well, a lot of these require that you have files. Well, where do you get them? You actually can go to Google Drive. So let me go back and click on this, which is my email, which I shouldn't be showing you, but I don't care. Here is Sorial Classes Asset Files, and I'll give you this link. And if I double click it, you can see that I have all the Adobe Illustrator asset files. All of the assignments are here, and they are free and I teach people all over the world to use these Adobe products. And I give them movies and I give them files to work off of. I don't charge anything. Okay, that's just, they're there. You might as well use them, right? So let me close that. Let me close this. Let me go back to the online teaching. Where am I? Here. Okay. In this, I'm going to go back to the home page because I want you to see something. So this is where you first come up to. This is the home page. Click modules. It's the third item down. That's pretty much where you're going to stay all semester. Just click modules. Now in modules, I've repeated some things. Here's the syllabus, which you already have. Here's the assignment list, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And here's the PDF file of all the movie links. Here's some really cool examples, which I'll show you in a few minutes again. And then you go down to week 1. Now, I want to explain something to you. There's an item at the top of each weekly module that has files due. Okay? And it says, this is what is due for MACA 1200 week 1 and 2 modules. Oh, week 1 and 2. So I'm going to go back to the syllabus, and I'm going to show you right here that week 1 starts out with the pen and path assignment, but it's not due until the end right there. I don't know why that's not working. It's not due until the end of, I just had to get closer. It's not due until the end of week 2. I repeated myself 3 times there. That's okay. So I want you to see that I am all about visual learning. Not a lot of these have PDF files. I don't like them because in a PDF file, once you get to step 5, you have no idea what step 1 was. So in a movie, you can play it, you can rewind it, you can play it, you can rewind it. So that is why I have movies in here. But let's go back to, this is what is due for the MACA 1200 week 1 and 2. So I'm going to click it. Now, this is what I want to explain to you. Here is a printed version of what is due. And I'll get closer to this in the assignment guide. So you can see there's a black and white one and a color one. Now, if I click this, you're going to see some dates that don't apply to this semester because it was made last semester. But your assignment guide, which again I will show you in a few minutes, has the right dates. So let me start this and let me stop it.
To a very short movie for what is due for the weekly modules 1 and 2. I'm going to zoom in to the assignment guide.
All right. See the dates here of last fall? Ignore those because we're going to go into the new assignment guide right now. Let me click this module back, and we're going to go into the new assignment guide, which is here, which you can download. And here is the assignment guide. Now you can see the dates off to the right are correct. So refer to this. Now, this is your quick, I'm going to say cheat sheet, but it's not really a cheat sheet. It's just pin it to your wall or something. See how it says Guide 2 Pen and Path. Begin week 1, but it's due at the end of week 2. Here, I'll even zoom in so you can see it better. Now, here are the 2 files you're going to turn in. Each one of these shapes has a movie. And the most important thing in Adobe Illustrator is to be able to, I'm trying to move that sideways, is to be able to draw with a pen. Okay, that's so important. So each one of these in here, Guide 3, begin week 3, both due at end of week 3. Go over here and see, oh, week 3 ends on 1/30. Week 2 ends on 1/23. Week 8 ends on 3/6. So there's where your weekly dates are. So you have no excuse to not know a deadline. Now I'm going to make another comment in a few minutes, and I won't forget to do it, about deadlines. Okay? It's not what you think I'm going to say either. Here is the music icons. Please note that there is one file to the left that you are going to just cold copy from what I do. So you learn. Then there's one to the right, which can be totally creative. And it doesn't have to be music based. Okay, I'll show you something in a few minutes on that. Here is the logo assignment. You're going to do one exactly like this. You don't have to, you can put your own name in there. Okay, but then you're going to design your own, like I designed my own. You can see this one has nothing to do with that one. So the one on the left and the one on the right are 2 different ones because I give creative freedom. When is that one due? End of week 5. When is week 5? Right over here. So week 5 is due 2/13. So please use this sheet. All right. Here's a fun one called Zentangle. Making all of these incredible patterns that are quick to make with Illustrator tools. And then you go ahead and use the Illustrator tricks to recolor them. Okay? Right down to the character art, the gradient mesh, there's 2 files. Vector poster, there's one. You don't do my vector poster, you do a different vector poster. This is my infographic. You don't do this one, you do your own. And this is my neon clock, not yours. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, let's go in here just really quick. Let's go back to the class and let's see, this is week, end of week 2, it's the pen and path assignment. So let me go back to the module and let's go to the next one. So now for the music icons, here is the music icon. Why am I going through this? Because I think it's important. Now, I don't want to get closer to this, but can you see over here, if you can look real good, those are sports icons. I mean, I probably can go Command, 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 just to let you see it a little bit better. So that was 4. I have to go. So that is what is going to be due for week 3. So you can see I have music icons, and then you can develop your own. Let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, because I don't want to make it any smaller. Okay, let's go back. And let's go down to the next one. This is going to be the logo assignment. Now you can see here, these are what other students have done. See, they went ahead and did the exact one that I did with their own name and their own colors. but then they did their own. And that's what I want you to do. I just want you to be able to have some creative freedom, but still learn the skills that are necessary. It is so important to learn these skills. Let's go down to Zentangle. So in Zentangle, you can see these aren't mine, these are a student's. So I'll make them bigger so you can see it. All right? So you can see just how beautiful that is. Again, that's a student's work. It's not my work. Let me go to the next one. And the reason why am I doing this? Because each one of these, I should have done something else. So let's go back to Zentangle. This is what is due. So I go ahead and show you in a movie.
Hi, this is the what is due for week 6 and 7, and as you can see.
So you see how I go through all of this, and
black and white.
Again, if you see the dates off to the right, just ignore them because you have an updated assignment list right there. Okay? So please use your dates, obviously not the fall dates that are in the movies. But I can't possibly, there's not enough hours in the day if I try to redo every single movie. So that would be a little bit ridiculous. All right? So let's go back and remember, I haven't left the modules for all this time because that's modules is where you have to be. Now let's use this one and I'll show you where do you turn in a file. Okay, so this is what is due for the character art. So this is a student's. You can see, I'll show you big, whoops, I'm sorry. So there's what a student did for their character art. Two different aspects here. Okay, you don't do the one that I did because that's the one that I did. You can't have the one that I did. So where is it due? So you can see in here, just look for the word, let me make it bigger. Look for the word Dropbox. Oh, there's the Dropbox. There's the Dropbox for week 8. That is where you turn in your file. In this one, there's 2 of them because you turn in a sketch and then you turn in the finish. Let's go here. Oh, there's the Zentangle Dropbox. Now, when I click it, I have my teacher version here, but there's an upload button for students to upload their file and submit it to me. 2 things based on that. Let's say that you submit a file to me and I find an error or you have a question. And I make you a very quick movie on how to fix it. So let's say it's a Wednesday and you send me your file and you say, Brian, I'm having a problem with this. And you submitted it here to the Dropbox. Okay, I will show you how to correct it. You go ahead and correct it, and then you resubmit it. You can resubmit it to these Dropboxes as many times as you want. Again, please understand, I am not about grades. I do not want to recommend. I know I'm making a lot of changes in what I'm saying, but do you know that you don't know? In the last month, 5 companies have come to us wanting students, wanting entry-level skilled people. 5 companies. And we have a lot of partner companies in MACA. Without getting you too excited, they want illustrators, they want motion designers, and they want designers. Okay? Do you think I'm going to recommend somebody who only did a B or a C on an assignment and didn't get it and didn't learn the skill fully? So that's why I let you submit assignments over and over and over again until you get it right. Do you want to put something in your portfolio that is 80% of what you can do or 90% of what you can do? I don't think so. I don't think you want to put a 75% assignment in your portfolio, do you? You want to make sure that you get it to where it's professional and correct and visually acceptable. I don't care how long it takes to do that. I don't care how many times it takes for you to resubmit it to get it right. Isn't the whole point getting it right? So, for every single week, I hope I haven't repeated myself. I know I have. For every single week, there's a Dropbox. For every single week that an assignment is going to be presented to you, and then it'll tell you when it's due, okay, there is a movie to say this is what is due for this. So let's go down to this is what is due for 11 and 12. Here's the cool one. This is a vector poster. This isn't mine. This is a student's. So this is what a student did. And guess what her name was? Alexis. She did an incredible movie. Let me minus it. And let's go just look at the movie for a second. So that's the one I did.
This is what is due for week 11 and 12. It's due at the end of week 12, as you can see right there. See?
Now,
It's the vector.
don't you think it would be important to watch these movies? They're very quick, and they're at the top of every module. So please, please be responsible. I know you are. There's so many things I want to tell you. I'm going to minimize this because I want to show you some things. So let me, that's my, oh, that's just a test movie, sorry. Okay, so over here is a portfolio of some of the things that students have done for their portfolio work with me. And everything you're about to see is Adobe Illustrator. So let me just hit the right-hand button and show you. So let me view it by single page. Okay, that is a gradient mesh. That's Adobe Illustrator. That's not Photoshop. And that was done after they did their assignment for me, and then they did this over a break, like summer or over the winter break. This is the next one. So you can see just how versatile Adobe Illustrator is. These would go for thousands of dollars a piece. Not hundreds, thousands. That one right there, that's about an $1,800 job. Adobe Illustrator is incredible. Why? It's vector. Vector is non-resolution dependent, meaning it can be blown up to any size and it will be perfect. It's not made up of pixels. Photoshop is raster. It's totally resolution dependent, and I'm really good at Photoshop too. But there's a time and a place for both of them. So you can see just how incredible Adobe Illustrator is and how creative you can be. These students have gone on that you see here to have incredible careers. That student turned in an assignment and wasn't happy. Okay. So, well, hey, that's could be a Marvel comic book cover. You never know. That is a food product. Yeah, that's a gradient mesh in Adobe Illustrator. And it can be blown up to the size of Subway's window storefront. How much would a student get for that? That's about a $4,000 job right there. He's not happy. So you can see just how incredible Adobe Illustrator is. All right. This is available to you, by the way. So let me cancel that. Sorry. I guess I have it open a couple times. Okay, let me go back like this. Let me bring back this. In the upper module, way up on top, I have what you just saw. Okay, it's, let me find it. Right here. The 1,200 student examples. So download that yourself. And this opening thing here, this opening module, I mean, week 1 is the second module. This is just for you to explore. There's the assignment list again. There's the PDF file of all the movie links when you need it. But I have a lot to share with you, and I want you to just, when you log into Canvas and you have an issue, make sure that you, let me get this up on the screen again. Make sure that you call that number that's on the beginning of the, right here. It's right there. So it's the 362-2662 number. Just call it Monday morning. And if you ever have an issue with Canvas, call that number. So keep your syllabus handy. Keep your assignment guide completely handy. All right, so you can follow everything this semester. And just know this. I want to know when you have an issue. I want to know when you have a question. Use Canvas email and send me an issue or a question. So where is that? So over here on the left, you can see there is an inbox. So I'll click the inbox. If you have a question for me, simply click this button right here. Simply just click it. select your course. Now your course is going to show up here. This is going to be your course. Let me see if that's winner. Yes. So I go to the 2. So let's pretend it's you. You go to teachers. You click Brian Sorial. You type that you're having a problem with assignment 12 or 10 or 5 or 6. Type what your problem is, okay? But then attach your Illustrator file to it. Now I'll go ahead and say this. Some of you won't understand this, but it's okay. You can email me that you don't understand this at the time that you need to email me, and you know what I'm talking about. So let's say you had a problem with assignment 7, but you actually put in 3 or 4 reference pictures in assignment 7. You not only have to give me the Illustrator file, but you have to give me the JPEGs that you linked or attached to that file. Do you understand? Because if I open it and all I have is the Illustrator file, Illustrator will tell me, hey, wait, there's 3 or 4 files that are missing. Where are they? So then I'd have to email you back and tell you, could you please upload or download or whatever, attach the files you placed, P-L-A-C-E-D, that's actually under file/place in Illustrator. Give me the files that you used. So that's what you do. Now, what I'll do is I'll take your file, or I'll simply read your question. I might create a very quick movie for you, and it'll be right back inside of this. There'll actually be a movie. So let's say on Wednesday night you have an issue, and you can't get past the issue. Send me an email. By Thursday sometime, I'll have you a movie back, or I'll have your answer back. And then you'll be back on the road. So you didn't miss more than a day. I usually get back to students within hours, not days. Okay, and that's the beauty of this online course. You have a question on a Sunday, I'll send you back a movie on a Sunday. So I think I've covered what I want. I'll see you Monday morning to turn in the first welcome message. You have all week to turn it in. Let's go back to the class if I can. I'll just go here. I'll click this little thing underneath that little half clock. I'll go to your class and I'll click on modules. And then if I was you, I would start in on week 1, answer the welcome message, download. I'm glad I did this. There is a tool test that I want you to take. And I want you to go by your honor. But I'm going to click the practice tool test. And you're going to see it's going to be blank. Okay, but it's going to have the Illustrator file on the left, if it ever downloads. It's just taking, okay, so you can see I've expanded the tool palette 2 ways, so you can see that I want you to tell me what all these are. Okay, so that's the blank one for you to practice with. Let's go back. Here is the one that is the practice sheet. I think I just downloaded that. Okay, I have to go to the other one. I'm sorry, the study sheet. So here's the study sheet. And I should put in that it's 2022, not 2020. So now you can see I've given you the study sheet with all the answers. Now obviously when you take the test, so I'll go back and show you in the first week, this is what you take. So you click this multiple choice. I'll view it by a student. I'll view it. I'll preview it. So now you just answer the questions. You could obviously have the sheet in front of you and you could cheat really easy. My answer to you is, what if the employer who calls you in for a co-op or an internship or a job sits you down at the computer and says, would you please tell me the quick keys for da 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 da? And they want to know. They want to know that you know the quick keys. You're not going to have a cheat sheet in front of you, correct? So what I want you to do is, and I don't even want to say the word honor, I just want you to be true to your craft, to be dedicated to learning. It's all about skill, it's not about grades. Repeat that. It's all about skill, it's not about grades. If you forget about grades and you just concentrate on skill, the grade will be higher than an A. Got it? Okay. So I'll update these dates. This shouldn't be, well, I did update them. No, I didn't update them here. Oh, I'm a terrible person. Okay, so welcome to my class. You can email me after you watch the movies, but there are 3 movies. I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm sending you an email before the class starts on that weekend before, and I'm going to want you to watch Brian Sorial Introduction Movie and Brian Sorial Portfolio Movie, as well as this winter's movie, this Syllabus movie that you're listening to right now. So again, welcome, and I can't wait to explore and go on a journey with you this semester. Remember that I said and I know I'm repeating. I don't care about deadlines. If you can make a deadline, great. If you're having trouble with a project, tell me. You guys have jobs. Some of you have 2 and 3 jobs. You guys have families. Okay? I know what it's like. Well, if you communicate with me, let's say it's Saturday night and you can't get the assignment in. If you communicate with me and just send me an email saying, Brian, can I have a couple extra days? Of course I'm going to say yes. And I'm also going to probably say in the email, take your time, get it right, and when you have it right, or if you have a question, submit your file and let's see what's wrong. Or, hey, you did a great job. Go on to the next assignment. Okay, that's important. I have a reputation of being a mentor and an advisor, and I help students build really great careers. That's basically all I wanted to say. I will see you at the start of the semester online.